and the number is 180, and the letter is G. My name is Mig, and I'm speaking to an empty room. I'm here with my brother Robert. Say hello, Robert.
Hello.
And what we're going to do is, right away, we're going to notice that there's a little blob of red on the bottom right in our mini-map that's a little bit closer to our base than we would ever want to feel comfortable with. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to try to set up a turret or two and convince them to come talk to the church. Ooh, that's a bunch of them. Okay. Well, there you are right there. Hold on. Don't run too far. So we're going to get out some turrets. That is not what I wanted. Oh, here they come. Get ready to use your space bar. Woo, yeah. Ho doggies. That was fun. Now there's something over here, right? There's a base. Yeah, so they're gonna come up, run back, get underneath the protection of the towers. Right, okay. So now the towers are too far away from that base, so we're gonna do tower creep. Now normally you do this with more than two turrets. Shoot him. There we go. And I am a lot more butterfingers than I used to be. Now, when you start playing... Oh, ouch. When you start playing... Hold on, I need to take half of you. And I'm going to drop you right... Oh, too close. Drop you right there. And I'm going to heal him while he gets shot. Hooray! Now, when you play on modded, there's a thing called autofill, which, in addition to always filling up your, Oh, he gets hit, does he? In addition to, like, filling up your smelters with coal, it also fills up your, Come on, shoot him. Apparently, I don't get to shoot him. Whatever. It also fills up your turrets with bullets. It's way easier to play this with the autofill game working, because otherwise you have to manually fill these turrets. Normally what you wind up doing is turret creeping, essentially, right? You fill a turret and then you walk forward and fill another turret, and you walk forward and you fill another turret, where each turret covers the other turrets.
Yeah, when I was setting up turrets back at the base area, I was trying to have them on the edges of each other's range so that they could attempt to cover.
Sure, and that's okay in the beginning, and it's not okay in the end. So here's the thing. Do we have... Hold on. Is that... we're going to want to do petrochemicals next. Okay, so one of the things that we're going to want to work on is, now that we have green science and red science, we're going to want to get gray science and blue science. Gray science and blue science... gray science is military science. We need to get things like turrets. And, well, actually, let's look at it, right? So you can hit E and then go to intermediate products, right? And you can look at military science packs, right? So we need piercing rounds, grenades, and gun turrets. So one of the things that I'm going to want you to start making is, and we're going to want gun turrets and piercing rounds anyway, is I want you to start working over at the other end of the bus, right? Extend the bus a little bit further down. Start getting up... one thing to produce gun turrets, for now, just make one, let's see, let's do two. So the first thing is make sure that these always have space to expand upward, right? So the bus goes to the left, but the construction goes upward. If we ever need to add construction, we can just go upward with it, right? So just do two assemblers of gun turrets. Like 4 assemblers of normal magazines. Like piercing round magazines just require normal magazines plus steel plate plus copper plate. So do 4 for normal magazines, 2 for piercing magazines, and 2 for turrets. Okay?
Let me write this down.
Oh, okay. So just 2, 2, and 4, but yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and start hooking up pump jacks and start bringing oil over to a little bit to the right of where our where we are right now, where our copper is. I'll move over there. We have oil down right at the bottom of our base a little bit, and then we have oil way up at the top right and bottom left. I think what I'm going to try to do is hook up the oil on the top right, even though it's close to some bad guys, but I'm also going to hook up the oil just right at the bottom of our base. Pump jacks go onto oil wells, and then the oil goes into a pipe, right? So it's not terribly interesting. There's nothing really to learn there. Once I get the oil up into our space, though, I'll start building the refineries and stuff like that. Hopefully we actually have research for all these things. I should actually... Oh, hey, look. Oh, no, that's advanced oil processing. Well, that implies that we have normal oil processing. That's a good sign. We got pump jacks. Looks like we got everything okay. But we will need batteries, so we'll go ahead and go for that. We'll need batteries to get to blue science. After we get gray science, we'll want to go for blue science. Blue science is like batteries and red chips and all sorts of things like that. We're not ready for that yet. We do need to get all of our oil processing going. So you go off to the left, start building up the turrets and the piercing ammo. Once you get a bunch of piercing ammo going, start trading out all of the turrets that we have now for piercing ammo. For now, don't worry about sending it down back to actually create science with it yet. But we'll look at what you've got once you're up, and then we'll talk about how to change it to send it back so we can make gray science out of it, okay?
Okay, so it was 4 things of piercing rounds, 2 turrets, and 2... What else was the other one?
4 things of normal rounds into 2 things of piercing rounds.
Okay, okay.
Piercing rounds take normal rounds plus steel plus copper. And I should actually get pump jacks going. What do we got up there? 4. So I need 4 pump jacks. And a whole lot of power poles. So
I was thinking we should probably make something that manufactures more assemblers.
Yeah, so if you want to, you can also do something. Go ahead and make it manufacture blue assemblers. I think we need the turrets and stuff up first, but right after that, go for the assemblers. Yes, absolutely. Go to blue assemblers. Go through a chest, right? So for what I want you to do right now, the output of the turret creation should just go to a chest with 1 cell opened, right? We don't want to just waste all of our stuff making way too many turrets. And the piercing rounds should go to like 4 cells open or 8 cells open or something like that. Not a whole lot of cells open, but more. The assemblers make the gray assemblers into a chest with only 1 cell open, right? And then make the assembler for the blue assembler pull from that chest. What we'll do then is we'll have the ability to take down gray chests and put them into that chest so that they can become blue chests. I don't know if that made any sense, but hopefully it'll make sense when we get there. Oh, and there's things shooting things. I can see it on the map up here. Some guys got damaged. How much? We still have ammo in them. That's good. I will try to heal these guys up. We are definitely starting to take some damage up here.
So how many cell chests for the blue assembler to dump into?
What's that? Just 1 also. And we'll just take half stacks. And we were starting to get attacked up above, so I'm going to put a little wall cell around the turrets that we have up here to make it a little bit easier for them to survive. And that's the thing, I'm going to need to put walls around the pump jacks up north because they're going to be pretty close to some aliens. And until you get me a whole bunch of turrets and a whole bunch of bullets, I won't be able to go up there and take them out. But hopefully I'll be able to let them defend themselves. So, I got my pump jacks, I got my walls, I want a few more big electric poles because I'm going to have to run electricity out there. Run back down to our bullet maker and grab some bullets. And trade you out for some iron. While I'm running out there, let's go ahead and use up a whole bunch of copper and steel in order to make piercing rounds. Because piercing rounds. There we go. And that'll, once I have piercing rounds out, I can put them in my turrets, and then I'll be able to kill things a lot better. So maybe I'll have enough space to do things. It's hard to say.
Achievement get, mass production 1, produce 10k electronic circuits.
Yeah, well, so one of the things that you do wrong in the beginning of this game is you don't build big enough. And we're really not building big enough still. We're still not really doing it big. But it's fine for what we're doing.
Not doing it big, we're doing it mig.
Yeah, something. Alright, so I'm gonna go run up to those lovely little pink dots up to the top right. And I'm gonna take a bunch of electricity with me. Oh, almost didn't stick. Where? Oh, there we are. So that was a little too far. Little tree clearance, care of our friendly neighborhood. Hand grenade production. Ouch. A little smack to my face because I'm not being safe with my hand grenades. Okay. Now the trick, of course, is telling the difference between the oil wells and the craters from the hand grenades. I think I got it. Oh, well, it helps. Helps when it helps, right? Okay, we can put those guys in there. We can put one of these guys, like, up here. Oh. Right, and then...
So the regular firearm magazines just need one thing in them. Should I be building them with a gray assembler or just upgrade to the blue ones right away?
So pretty much, once we have the ability to make blue ones, there's no real reason to use gray ones. The blue ones aren't that much more expensive, and you don't want to mix and match between them because it makes it hard to work out the ratios. So I think it's 2 to 1 the ratios for the normal bullets to the piercing bullets, but I don't actually remember. I could be wrong about that. You should double check it and do whatever the proper ratios are.
Yeah, it looks like...
Well, of course, I didn't bother to make any pipes or anything. While you're building out the mall out there, you can build things that build normal pipes and underground pipes, too, if you want to.
I'll add them to the list.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Let's do you. Let's do you, and then a whole bunch of you guys. Groovy.
Looks like piercing round, it just takes 1 firearm magazine, the steel and the copper.
Yes, but how fast does it make them, right?
It is 3 seconds for the piercing and 1 second for just the straight firearm.
Right, so you need... Oh, so it's the other way around. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Right?
The
so you need to do...
small ones will come out faster than the big one can take them in.
So do 2 normal rounds and what, 6 piercing rounds? That sounds about right. That sounds like a good amount of overkill. And it gets dark. Luckily I have some lights and some power. Alright, while I am waiting for my pipes to build, I should probably be putting up walls because I am near the bad guys.
It's the other way. You would ask for like 4 normal and 2 piercings. You went now 2 normal and 6 piercing? Okay.
Sure. Right? That makes sense.
All the DACA.
Well, we want to make sure we're doing a good job. Okay, do we have gates? We bothered with gates yet? I don't think we've bothered with gates yet. Oops. Oops. What am I out of? Out of iron. Alright, well, I'll go back for... Well, let's... gonna put you there for now. Go ahead and put you there for now. Sure, that should all work out. Let me see here. Haha! Helps when I build the walls in the right direction. Alright, so that should be good enough for now. It'll kind of vaguely take care of itself. Now the trick's going to be bringing the oil back. Because unfortunately we have to like zipper it. It's a diagonal. Building, building, building all of the things. It is kind of annoying because I have to go diagonally, so that means I don't, you know, there's no such thing as diagonal pipe. So you have to use like underground pipe in a vague diagonal. I can do a couple in this direction. Of course, it's not a perfect diagonal, right? And so I can go for some distance. Maybe that's the safest thing to do, is slightly wider diagonals than what our power does. Am I out? I'm so out. So sometimes running a pipe a long distance is a really long way. So I'm only like halfway back and I need a whole lot of iron again. So I'm coming back. Let's see, we can do a little more work. Maybe solar cells, engines. Engines sound good. Pumps sound good if I'm going to be sending oil a big long distance. We probably should get some engines working because that gives us the ability to have pumps, and pumps allow our liquids to go a long distance. So I'll take you. Take you. Don't need you. Let you get going a little faster here. Seems legit. Although I do need some more underground pipes. Gonna put a balancer here so we don't get all stopped up.
So with the main belt, how do I pull something from one of the middle channels? Because the steel is like in between the coal and the copper.
Underground. Hold on, I'm coming to you because I was already over here. So what do you want to do?
Well, I noticed that your splitter manufacturer up here also needs access to the green electronic
Oh, the
chips.
green circuits too, huh? I'll do that. That's fine. I'll do that in a second. So you were asking, how do you get the steel up here?
Because there's like copper and coal in the way.
Well, of course there is. So, whoops. Hello. Alright. That. That. Right. Oops, too far away. Right, then you go up through there.
Thank you, sir.
Which reminds me, I need some underground belt and some transport belt. Actually, I was good on transport belt. Let me put that back. But yeah, I needed green circuits, didn't I? So, where am I going? Going right here. So, and you always place from the beginning of an underground belt. So you see how I'm like placing the bottom part and then the top part, just because that's how you place them. Right, so this goes here. This goes here, and this is pretty much just the standard way everybody builds their shit in Factorio anymore. Couldn't tell you who first came up with it. Maybe eventually someone will comment on my channel to tell me who first came up with it, but pretty much, you build this... Where's everything? You build this bus, and then you use this bus as you need it. You know what? I don't want you anymore. I want you. There we go. Alright, so I'm making things that I need to make. I don't want you at all. Oh, where's my pipes? Where are my pipes at? I'm like almost out of iron again. Well, that's fine. Anyway, I'm going to get back to running the oil back down to where we can use it somewhere usefully. Groovy. Where did I leave all of my lovely oil? Over here. So you get the hell out. You get the hell back, right? Oh, that's right. I made myself. So once we have like this other little tiny base up here in the corner, you can see where I've built out and stuff like that, even in the mini map. I'm gonna put a radar out over there because A, that'll let us see things further, and B, that'll really piss off the aliens. And it's fun to piss off the aliens, right? That's half the game. Groovy.
Okay, that is not what I wanted it to do.
Sometimes it does not. It does not do the things that you want it to do. Wow. Can you see on the mini-map above me? Or are you too far away?
Whoa, that's, Fighter Detroit.
Oh, it'd be nice to Detroit.
Sorry.
Poor Detroit. Well, that definitely means I want to put another layer of wall around this thing. So I wonder if I could take you out. No, I don't have any bullets. That would be a dumb idea. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to putting stuff in. Hopefully our front line up there will hold. At least for now. How about some... Circuit network's good. Steel furnaces are good. We can increase our throughput.
Okay, that works. And I don't have to use a splitter.
Boy. It's the draw a straight line game. And of course, are different numbers than they were before because I'm good at this game. Hey, look at that. I'm home. I'm home, Lucy. Alright, actually, I'm gonna bring us up over here. I need bricks, and I need coppers. I'm gonna make us some oil refineries. Building out the oil refineries. And let's see, I need to build storage tanks. Let's just get a bunch of those going. Let's see, what can we do? Walls, gates. Gates are good. Electronics are good. Oh yeah, blue science. Red circuits and blue science are important. But we need plastic, which means we need oil. That's good. I'm building oil. We should be good for oil eventually. Let's see. So let's see. We don't need. We don't. some. Lovely. Yeah, let's go ahead and take out all of this. Whatever, everything's up. So, let's try to get. Alright, so let's do this. Let's do this. Well, alrighty then. As I'm building this stuff out, I will give it a good reveal once we come back from our first break. So for now, my name is Mig, and we are 10-7 over.